I just wrapped up a very intense workout, and it got me to thinking about something that I wanted to share with you guys, because I feel like it's an aha for me and it's so exciting, and I feel like I arrived here by accident. So I know that there's somebody else who needs this as well, right? I recently became very comfortable with the idea of being uncomfortable, to the point where I understand it as an indicator that I'm headed in the right direction. To the point where I'm almost now looking for it, like, oh, I feel uncomfortable there. Specifically, I'll give you an example, like in my workouts. I used to look at the discomfort as, oh shoot, should I be doing this? Is this too much? Should I pull back from this? Am I, leaning in too much? Is this weight a little bit too heavy for me? I think once you fall and have to have ankle surgery, you begin, or for me, once I fell and had to have ankle surgery, I began to have a tiny bit of a fear of falling or hurting myself, and recently leaned in to being uncomfortable. And I have found where if I feel like, man, should I be doing this? If I lean into doing it, that whole thought process of this is uncomfortable, should I be doing this, is actually my indicator that I'm getting ready to level up. Because when I take a break from working out and I get back, I have a little bit of a curve, depending on how long I've taken, have a little bit of a learning curve, if you will, to get back on track to where I was as far as strength and agility. And I find myself having to do more modifying of the workout. It takes a little bit to be able to really get in there and, complete all the sets and not pause, between or during a set. And I learned that now, because of the discomfort, it is really, at the stage I'm in now, an indicator that I'm about to level up. Because if I push myself through the discomfort and don't stay there, sometimes discomfort is an indicator that I need to modify something. But sometimes discomfort is an indicator that the something I need to modify is my mindset. And if I can push myself through and stay consistent in the workout, I'll find that I'm drawing this new level of strength. And when I'm done with the workout, I am so, I won't say tired, but I can feel what I've done, that I've accomplished something. My body feels like it really worked very hard. And in doing so, it's empowering, and it's making me realize I'm leveling up. There's a new normal here. And in the workout that I just finished, it was basically a culmination of that understanding, because I'm working through my sets. I'm not pausing. I'm going, through to exhaustion or fatigue, whatever the word is. I'm trying to get my brain cells together as I sip on this protein shake. And it is really, I'm elated that this new level is here. And another thing that I have found, when it gets really uncomfortable, I find myself almost, maybe not literally, but figuratively, with my head down, like, is this all worth it? I feel like I took 10 steps backwards and I shouldn't have. And I've learned through paying attention to the pattern that happens. Every time that happens, I am right at the door with my hand at the knob to turn it to be able to go to the next level, go into the next room, go into the next floor, go into the next level, rise up. Because what I've realized through my observation is that I am now fatigued and tired of that place that I created for myself. And when I created that place for myself, what I did is I had to find a way to be able to push through the workout and make some of these hard things that was causing me so much pain. I had to make them more comfortable to be able to endure the workout. But once those modifications did what they needed to do, help me stay consistent and thereby also build strength, it was time to move from the comfort back to the discomfort. And realizing that, it has made me see and understand that is what life is. Life is just a series of the back and forth of comfort and discomfort. And if I'm not careful, the foundation that I set myself in a time that was so traumatic or tragic or, very uncomfortable, I set myself in a place in that season of my life because I needed to find a comfortable place to grow, to mature, to learn. If I'm not careful, I can stay in that comfortable place too long, and the discomfort, the resistance, the friction that I need to grow to where I'm trying to go, I'm going to miss it because I'm so excited about the comfort I created. That bliss that I'm living in can now hold me back. So if I can get comfortable with being uncomfortable, and what I mean by that is not put together system or a vice that I can go to help me get out of that discomfort, whether it's food, whether it's a workout, whether it's anything, even a phone call to a friend, anything that takes me out of the discomfort and thereby takes me out of working through what it is that's uncomfortable and working through that and being able to push myself to strengthen myself, I can now let go of that, and I can now see the discomfort as the tool that it is. And so I'm now transitioning into a more comfortable place because I recognized the discomfort. I leaned into it. I recognized the fact that although I started out in a modification period, it's now time for me to push out of that modification period and into that discomfort. I pushed into that discomfort consistently enough that now I'm more comfortable in my workout and I'm more comfortable in the discomfort, but I'm going to have to do it again because in as much as I became comfortable with the discomfort, I'm going to be in a place where this is going to become comfortable. And then a new discomfort is going to present itself. It might be in switching up my eating plan again. It might be in having to come up with a completely new plan once I reach a certain goal or a certain milestone. If you think I sound excited, it's because I am. I just feel like I found, the next cure, the next tool, the next life hack, because it's exciting to know that I don't have to exert my valuable energy and resources in keeping discomfort at bay. And as in all things that I do, when I find that revelation in a space of my life, I allow it to transcend into other places of my life. Another thing that I've had to realize, or another situation where the discomfort and the lack of ease is presenting itself, is in my hair growth journey. All of the things, particularly as you peel back the layers of what's holding you back and you strengthen your mental, you realize all of the things in your life mean something. And for me, allowing my hair to grow out initially felt like this would be a cool thing aesthetically to see, where I'm going to be at, right? But then it got to a place where it was about the endurance and the patience that it requires to acquire. It became more about, well, Alana, my hair is something that I really have not had to concern myself with very much at all in the last 20 years. I mean, very much at all. It has been, for a girl who used to have really long hair, and I used to, the main way I wore my hair was straight. Wearing my hair short the way I have the last 20 years was a breath of fresh air. I'm talking, I used to have to sit under the hair dryer. Now, there have been technological advances since then, but I used to have to sit under the hair dryer for like 4 hours. That's how much hair I had. I would roller set my hair in these big rollers, sit under the hair dryer, and finally be dry after 4 hours. Then I would have to take out my big curling iron. Didn't really have flat irons back then like they do now. Straighten the roots. It's a whole process. And growing up in Southwest Louisiana, you know that all that work can be undone like that because the humidity does not come to play with anybody. And so there was a part of me that started on the hair growth journey because I was super excited. I was like, oh, that'll be such a great change. that'll be something new. I've worn my hair curly throughout these 20 years of wearing it short. So I thought to myself, this will be fun. This will be a nice little switch, a nice little change up. But then I started back working out, because when I first decided to stop cutting my hair, it was in about May of last year. And I paused working out for like 3 months, 6 months. It might have been longer than that. Anyway, when I decided to stop cutting my hair, I hadn't started back on a workout plan just yet. So it was all fun and games until my very first time going into the garage to work out, when I realized, oh, I'm not just about to splash water on my hands, do like this, and be done. I might actually need to do something with this hair, because it's touching my ears, and it was, crazy. It's far longer than what it looks. The shrinkage is real. So, it comes down to here. And so sometimes when my hair is sweaty, it will get a little straight. And anyway, it was then I was like, oh, I forgot about this part. I actually had forgotten that was the main driving force at me cutting my hair to begin with. Because I had started a really focused, consistent workout plan, and having hair was not it was not the best solution or the best method, because I was working out before I started work every day. And it hit me, and when it hit me, I was like, oh shoot, I might actually need to cut my hair. I might actually need to go back. But I was really enjoying watching the curls come back, and there was some length to them. And then just the imagining of when I would wear my hair curly when it was really long, just the funness of it, realizing that the times have changed. Times are not like they were when I did have longer hair. It was not common for women who look like me to wear their hair naturally. Like, everybody was relaxing their hair back then, or pressing their hair or what have you. And so I thought, well, my hair is going to be long, and I'll just be wearing it curly because, it's going to be fine. And then I realized what I was learning by sticking with it. Because I really want to see what it's like, now that I'm older and I know more about hair, to wear my hair long. But I was considering giving it up, because I thought, oh no, my life, when I originally cut my hair, it was about my life being easy. And I loved my long hair. I really did. Like, my mom used to even ask me, why do you still keep your hair so long? Like, I was at the age where lots of people my age were starting to cut their hair and in different styles, and I was still wearing my hair long. And I cut it only because it was just going to be so much easier. Plus, it really fit me really well. Over the years, I've consistently gotten compliments, probably a couple a week, every single week for the entire time that I have worn my hair short. Unless, of course, I'm at home and I don't run into anybody except for the people that live in this house, which happens often, by the way. But anyway, it made me realize again, and at the time I didn't have the words for it, like I mentioned in the beginning of this video, but now I understand that I made the decision that I wanted to go back to long hair, at least for a time. I'm not saying I'm never going to cut my hair again, but I wanted to go back to long hair. And at the time that I made that decision, I hadn't realized, or I hadn't given enough thought to the discomfort that it might cause, right? And when I was presented with that discomfort, I reverted back to my old ways of when I needed to make it more comfortable as it relates to my hair, because I was on this workout plan and, all that kind of stuff. And it made me realize, well, this is a new way. This is a level of resistance that is a new way for you to tweak it so that you can have both. You can have the long hair and you can work out. And in doing so, you can maintain healthy hair. Because one of the things about having straight hair that I don't think was very healthy is that sometimes I would use heat to dry my roots. So if I had sweaty hair, my hair was long and in a ponytail and it was sweaty in here, I would use the curling iron to sizzle. And just saying it is confirmation that that is not healthy. So I had to open myself to the discomfort is what I'm saying. And it's not really just about the hair. The hair journey is the tool in which, or the vehicle in which that's being used to help me understand and become more comfortable with being uncomfortable. And at the end of it all, I'm going to have some beautiful, healthy locks because as you can see, she's growing really thick. It also made me realize that there is some more TLC that I can actually give to my hair and some other areas that I can improve on. It has helped me with the vitamins and minerals that I take in because I've been doing a lot more with things that are healthy for your hair, certain vitamins, certain herbs and supplements and things like that. I've been looking into Ayurveda. I don't know if you guys know anything about Ayurveda. Ayurveda. And if you look into that, there's a lot of talk about different herbs and things like that you can put together, drink in the form of a tea. And I'm telling you, it's been working. And, how do I know? Because there are certain places on my body where hair wasn't growing very much and now hair's growing there. And so I have confirmation. Not just because my hair is getting, well, Lonnie, your hair would have got longer anyway just by not cutting it. Maybe not. I have proof in some other places. So I wanted to share with you the excitement of this revelation because it really has blessed me. I hope that this candid, uncut, I don't know if you could tell, but I can't tell where to look so that it looks like I'm looking directly at you. I'm actually looking at the wall right here next to me because I'm using my front camera. Anyway, it was so fun. It was such a great revelation. I had to share it with you guys. I hope that this blesses you. And I hope that you really can lean into discomfort in this way. This can help you in your parenting. This can help you in your relationships, whether it be with your partner, whether it be with your coworkers or friends or family. If you can find a way when you're ready, because you have to be ready. Sometimes if you lean too much into discomfort, you can cause an injury. And I want you to blanket that, not just physically, but emotionally, mentally, spiritually. So you have to understand, you have to know, you can push yourself just a little bit each time to see, am I ready? Am I ready for that? And once you do, you might see, okay, now is the time for me to fully lean in, walk through this uncomfortable door where I can get the strength I need from the resistance that's present so that I can grow to my next destination. Let me know in the comments if you felt like this was helpful, what your interpretation is, or if you have an experience that you have had before with leaning into discomfort, or even what you felt about discomfort up to this point, whether it's aligned with what I said or not. Have a wonderful day. I hope you get a chance to subscribe, and I hope you get a chance to make a comment, and do turn on those notification bells.